Hey, what's up? I'm Ken Jordan from the Crystal Method, and you're watching The Drop Show on TRadioV.
TRadioV. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.
Pretty dope.
Yeah, dude. Straight up. Yeah.
That's sick.
For sure. Welcome back to the Drop Show, everybody.
Yo.
So, we were going to get to a pick that you have.
Yeah.
Tech-based.
I have two kind of mirror products that just dropped. One of them that was teased a couple months ago. I believe I mentioned it. It's Pioneer's PLX 100, which is the basically a reissue of the Tech 1200.
Okay.
A lot of people have been talking about this for a while. This is a pretty cool video that they did to tease it. It's like
awesome.
Brand new version of an old classic.
Right.
What's up? I'm DJ Cuber representing Thud Rumble. When I touched the Pioneer turntables, I was like, okay, it feels, I feel at home. I think that turntable has everything I need. I like the pitch control to be super wide, and it has that feel. You know how there's a magnetic platter in there, and there's some kind of balance within that energy in there.
Not too bad.
Everyone has a different fingerprint. Everyone's gonna create something, super special. There's advantages on the digital, and then there's advantages on analog. Can I get one? Two?
What's up, y'all? This is Shortcut, Invisible Scratch Pickles, Beat Junkie Sound, Triple Threat DJs out of San Francisco. I like the design. I like that it's that smooth transition from the classic turntable to this one. There's nothing that feels different. The big one for me is the platter. I always do that test on every turntable before I start scratching to see if it wobbles, and this one didn't. I also like the accessibility with the interchangeable RCAs. I mean, just be able to interchange that, perfect. All the essentials that you need on a turntable are on there.
If this is digital or analog.
It is completely analog.
Completely analog.
Yeah, which is that was one of the things when when it was first being teased that they're going to come out with another one of these, because Reloop also has a new vinyl turntable that's meant to be a MIDI controller / analog turntable. It has hot cue buttons and things and tight integration with Serato. This one is essentially just a new turntable because they don't make those anymore. But it has a few, just a couple more controls where, the pitch bend range, you can adjust that a little bit more. And like he was saying, the actual pitch slider is longer. But I think they were just trying to basically, they're twofold. They're trying to fill a void that, people still want these things, obviously. And also, it's a way for Pioneer to basically dominate every DJ booth in the world.
Continue to do so. Yeah.
See, we make things without sync buttons too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got both. I mean, now they got one company that can just totally, have everything that you would possibly need, for a high-end DJ booth. And it looks like, it's a solid, good product. So, now that these, the techs are not new anymore.
Sure.
As the years go by, it's going to be harder and harder.
Yeah.
So
and the maintenance on them. Of
Yeah,
course,
Finding
right.
replacement parts, because people still
Yeah,
like
of course.
have their techniques and they still get them like repaired and stuff.
Right.
I hope it shows a resurgence of turntablism, because like I don't know, there's definitely something a little lacking in the whole DJ performance thing, in my personal opinion. And it's cool to actually see some dope performance. It's good that there's actually gear for people to do that.
Definitely. So I think we have a caller on the line.
Oh.
Do we? Yeah. Okay. Who's caller?
Yeah, hello?
Hi, you're on the air. Who is this?
This is Dane Alexander.
Hey, Dane.
Oh, what's up? I know this
What's
fool.
going on there, Izm?
I mean, you can see what's going on. That's kind of a dumb question, Dave.
Yeah, clearly I can. Thank you for making me look dumb on air. I love that. Love it.
No, it's
So
all good.
now it's your turn. Make him look dumb. What you got for us?
No, okay, so one time when we were supposed to be recording, we didn't because Izm was too busy doing TV radio shows, so then I kind of felt not important.
What was it called?
I think it was called The Drop. I think it was called The Drop Show is what it was called.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry you got dropped, buddy. I didn't mean to drop you. Yeah. No, but for real, actually,
he had a busy
Dane's-
weekend of not doing anything. So
That's a
But
lie.
not really.
I just wanted to say
really,
that actually I had to.
I just wanted to call in and definitely show support to the homie. Izm definitely has been through quite a bit, and he's one of the production geniuses that I've had the pleasure of working with, and just really want to shout him out, big him up anytime he gets the opportunity to actually showcase what he does and
Right on.
kind of talk about how good he is.
Sweet.
Well, let me give you a shout out. Dane's actually a badass MC and vocalist and spoken word poet, and I've actually been incorporating a lot of his work into like my recent stuff. And he's on the independent tip, but he's grinding, and that's more what I'm about right now. Is taking those independent artists who are on their grind and really believe in what they do and are good at what they do, and kind of giving a sonic environment for them. And Dane's been a pleasure to work with.
Awesome.
On multiple levels.
Aw.
Thanks for the support, man.
Yeah.
No problem, man.
Right on. Thanks for calling in, bro.
Yeah.
And then, real quick, while I'm at it, just wanted to let everybody know, shameless self-promotion.
Bring it.
Shameless
No shame,
plug.
man.
I got
No
a
shame.
show coming up on the 31st at the Blue Monkey Lounge. So I'll be there competing to be the king of the MC or king MC or king of the mic or something along those lines.
Sweet.
Wow, the Blue Monkey. It sounds very kung fu. Actually.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
I know, right? But I'm like, whatever. I mean, if you're going to give me a shot to show everybody else how much better than I am, I'm going to go ahead and take it.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Absolutely.
Quick, plug your SoundCloud.
SoundCloud. Oh, yeah. Check me out. I'm also on SoundCloud, Dane Alexander, and ReverbNation.com.
Awesome.
Word.
Dane Alexander, all that good stuff.
Thanks, brother. Thanks for
Good
calling in.
hearing from you, man.
All right, you guys have
all
that.
right.
Right on. So we got some tech.
yeah, I got one more, almost from the opposite end of the spectrum. Numark just came out with this new controller that's got something that's sort of unique to it, in that it has screen. It's a Serato controller, 4-channel, much like many that are on the market, but it's actually got full screens in front of each platter. The idea being that you can basically use it as a full Serato controller, but never really look at the computer, because
Right.
it has everything you need to see right on the
Oh,
controller.
that's going to shut
That's
so
awesome.
many people up. Jesus Christ. That's good.
So I mean, that way you get away from the computer face. It's essentially it looks like we got a couple images on here. We got the intro video here.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah, so this thing
Oh,
seems
sick.
to have pretty much every feature I've seen in every any controller, like any mass-produced controller, all packed into one thing.
Sure.
And the thing that seems coolest to me about it, besides just the screen, is it's not gigantic. I mean, if you've seen like the newest Pioneer all-in-one controller, these things are like, it's basically like bringing a whole DJ booth.
Right.
Whereas this one, the footprint isn't too much bigger than like a Control S4, and you can see the width of it. I mean, all the reviews of the build quality is really good. I love the idea of having the screens right on there. You know, for any sort of controller style DJ, and the velocity, you know, sensitive pads on there for any beat jumping and all that kind of stuff. Anyone who's into the more like controller style playing, who may do much more computer oriented stuff, that gives you just exactly what you know. It seems to give you just exactly what you need to see without anything extra. Right. So it'll be interesting to see if all other companies follow suit. I mean, this one works, tight integration with Serato DJ, which so we'll see if Native Instruments comes up with a tractor version of the same thing. But it's once it gets to a certain point with the development of all these different controllers, like there's so many of them, they're all pretty good now. They've like borrowed from the different ideas that everyone else had, and it's interesting to see where they go next. And it's not a hugely, it's not a hugely expensive unit. I think it's like $8.99 or something like that, which for 4-channel fully integrated mixer is not too pricey.
Right.
And it's not chintzy, like all the parts on it are well made. So that's kind of I think that's, I figured those two picks is kind of like two ends of the spectrum. We got like a reinvention of the old and the newest thing I've seen yet.
Yeah, absolutely. Right on, man.
It keeps Serato competitive, I think, for a lot of people. Because, like, I've played with a lot of people who have, like, their Serato boxes, and, like, club owners like, oh, God, a Serato box. Because the Pioneer has so cornered the market and become industry standard that a lot of people that are, like, really into their Serato, like, it's cool to have, they have, like, a controller interface now.
Well, and especially what's interesting with the newest version of the record box, which we covered a couple of weeks ago, a lot of the more traditional DJs that picked up Serato because they kind of had to, but were more just, standard DJs that just they were putting out their whole library on their computer. With the newer record box and the full Nexus system, you don't really need your computer anymore because you can fit everything on a flash drive, do any basic prep that you would need to do. And if you're just doing manual beat matching, it's like, oh, why do I need to lug this huge computer around?
Which used to be the crates.
This and it's essentially gives you sort of a readout, much like what the Numark controller does, but without any computer. So for the more traditional DJ, it's true. There's not as much of a need for Serato with something like this. But then there's all manners of performers out there and players. There's for everything that's a cheat, it's also can be a tool. Depends on whose hands it's in. So
we totally sound ridiculous, like lugging our computers around.
Like,
what's going to be next? Like to replace flash drives? It's like, oh man, everything on the cloud.
Not jacked into my mind. Come on, this collective conscious is not computing. Really, come on.
Yeah, no, we'll have it jacked straight into our mind. That's actually not a joke.
Wireless.
Some Ray Kurzweil shit right there.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm used to lugging Fender Rhodes and drums around and all that stuff, and I always thought it was kind of hilarious just a couple years ago, and now it's a whole new thing. But I mean, really, all these different tools are best used specifically for who if you have your own way of performing, you can find the perfect tools for it now. And of course, like many the reputation out there is people are just pushing play and doing nothing. Mm-hmm. It's almost unveils a lid on that now, because the more we know about these controllers, the more you can do with them. If you're just doing that, it's more obvious to me now. I feel like if it's people are hip to the game, and if you're actually bringing out a controller and doing crazy shit with it,
right?
People can tell that now, whereas a couple of years ago, I mean, the general audience probably not so much, but the head scratchers are, in the back are hip to the game.
Everyone's a head scratcher these days.
Hopefully. I mean, that's how we evolve, right? Straight up.
Like monkeys scratching their heads.
Yeah, that's how it started.
That's great. Head scratching about the lack of scratching in the DJ world.
Yeah.
Right now, well, we're going to take a break here.
Cool.
So if you wouldn't mind playing us out there.
Yes,
Seap.
Hey, what's up? I'm Ken Jordan from the Crystal Method, and you're watching The Drop Show on TRadioV.
Join Dave Navarro and friends for Dark Matter, Wednesdays at 9 p.m. on TRadioV.
Dave Navarro here, Dark Matter Radio, TRadioV.com.
The universe is vast, enormous, huge, full of stars, planets, and matter. Some of the matter is so dense that not even light escapes.
Get on the mic, get on the mic, get on the mic, get on the mic, Frank. Pardon me, sir, pardon my reach. See, and you guys were worried. I think this is going great. Pardon my reach? Get the away from me, dude.
You are really beautiful.
Thanks, you guys.
He's one of the most beautiful people I've ever known.
This is pretty much every week. He brings in a guest that tells him how beautiful he is.
Pardon my reach? If you have to reach over me, then don't do it.
He is the straightest gay guy I know.
Dave Navarro signing off. Dark Matter. Thank you for listening. Bye.
Dark Matter with Dave Navarro, Wednesdays at 9 p.m. on TRadioV.
Hey guys, I'm Destiny. Check out my show, Destiny's EDM Power Hour, every Tuesday at 4 p.m. here on TRadioV. Every week, I talk about all things in the electronic dance world, including the hottest songs, DJs, latest news, and random facts, including how to dance on the moon when the beat drops. Every Tuesday at 4 p.m. here on TRadioV. Radio in TV.